Okay. All right. So, guys, this is a collective read, and it's um, what is the tea on you? Okay. What is the tea on you? I heard showing out. What you showing out about? Y'all showing out. Okay, showing up and showing out. Showing up and showing out. So you guys collective are showing out. Oh, that card done fell down the side. All right. Well, you guys are showing out. What y'all doing? Let's see what you doing. What they showing out about? Okay, collective. You got people talking about you. Something about your hair. People. You got people talking about your hair. Okay, or your heritage. You got people talking about your heritage. Okay, your heritage. Okay. Release worries and receive universal abundance. Release worries and receive universal abundance. Okay. And the Three of Cups. Okay. Now, some of you guys, you might like to drink. Okay. Or you are working on hydrating yourself better than you were before. Okay. Something about energy. Maybe now you have more energy than you had before. Okay. But you got people talking about your connections. You got people talking about who you connected to, who they done heard you was talking to, dating, befriending. Okay, I heard it through the grapevine. Okay, so you got people talking about these things, okay? For some of you, you might be in a third party situation. So that could be another thing. People are talking about your third party situation. They're talking about how you've been dealing with the person and that person is messing with somebody or you're messing with somebody. That could be the case too, okay? People could be talking about a a situation where somebody's trying to spin the block, coming right back around. They want to get back in good graces with you. So that's another thing that they could be talking about. It's different people, take what resonates with you, okay? But some of you guys may be going through a third party situation. Some of you guys, you're just chilling. You're just enjoying your life. You're just getting yourself together and you go out sometimes. It's not a big deal, right? Some of you others, you got people that's going to be spinning the block, coming back around, right? You're not really stressing or you're not expressing a lot of stress. Like, you know how when you see people and you be looking at them like, dang, they look sick, they look stressed out. You don't look like what you've been through, okay? The T on you is you don't really look like what you've been through, okay? You don't look like you stressed out. You don't look like, if you're in a third party situation or you just left a third party situation, you don't look like that you're stressed out or angry or upset about it. You just kind of look like you're actually glowing. You're actually glowing, okay? So whatever you got going on, you're actually glowing up, baby, up. Okay, you're not looking crazy. You know how when we go through things, we be looking a hot mess, you be looking drained, you be looking sick, you be looking stressed, all that. You don't look like it. So whatever people been throwing at you, bothering you with, antagonizing you, pestering you, drama-filled stuff, whatever, you don't look like it. So people are like, damn, they got it good. They got it made. They must got all their bills paid. They must got money in the bank. They must got it good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything's looking good. But little do they know, you could be going through it. But God don't let you look crazy when you're going through it. Okay? God don't be doing that. Okay, something about a note. Somebody, you might get a note or some type of letter in the mail. Something's coming in the mail. Okay, it's like congratulations type of thing. Something about congratulations and on paper. Or maybe somebody's going to be getting a certification, a graduating, or something, acknowledgement at work. Something about, you're going to get a note that says congratulations about whatever you're doing. So something about you're getting some type of flowers or acknowledgement, okay? Number 15 may be significant, okay? Self-worth, okay? That's self-explanatory. The T on you is you loving yourself. You not playing these games with people. You not allowing people's nonsense, their problems and all that to take you out anymore. So yes, you might have been in a third party situation, or yes, you might have been dealing with somebody who cheated on you, or or the job that you're working you're not really happy with, or just a lot of different situations that you've been through, okay? You're not allowing it to take from you anymore, right? So if you have a lot of responsibilities, you're learning how to delegate them. You're learning how to balance it out. You're learning how to ask for help. You're learning how to love you. You're learning how to put time and energy and divinity, like putting the connection to you and God, allowing God to lead you, right? That's what's happening. Okay, I like that. Joy, you're finding your joy again, because people sure, but a T on you is people sure was trying to steal your joy. People sure was trying to send you. I'm literally seeing like a little voodoo doll. I don't know who works on that or whatever, but I'm seeing like a little voodoo doll, a doll that somebody is like sending, like playing with it, nails in it and different stuff. That's not cool, but that's what people do. They try to steal what you have. There's a lot of things that people be like, oh, it's not real, it doesn't exist, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it does. Just because you don't believe it don't mean it's not real. The fuck? You need to get it together, okay? But there's a lot of like lower energies and lower entities and people that are just in a lower space, and they don't want to see you happy. So they're always trying to take your joy. You ever tell somebody something real good and you're so happy and joyful about it, and then they say something, you be like, damn, I shouldn't even said nothing. Like, they just, all of a sudden, you're not even happy about just the great news, something that you done worked hard on, right? They got you reevaluating your whole thing. Like, oh, well, you shouldn't have did that. That's not a good idea. Oh, you did. Well, guess what? The T on you is that you shifting out of that. You shifting out of that. I gotta please everybody and mentality. I gotta make everybody happy. I gotta be there for everybody. I gotta do, no. You out of that, okay? You shifting out of that, all right? Wholeness, okay? Wholeness. You are, if you ever feel like you are alone, but you are a whole being. You ever get into relationships and you lose yourself in that relationship? Well, guess what? You are now in a space where the divine is like, I need you to realize before you get involved, before I bring somebody into your life, before I heal this relationship, I need you to realize that you are a whole being. You are a whole person. With or without this money, with or without this person, with or without this pet, with or without these accessories, this beauty, with or without the car, with or without the house, with or without everything that you think of materially, with or without it. You are whole. You are whole being. Everything that comes around you is to add to you. It is not supposed to fill you. It is to add to the wholeness that you are, right? You already whole. You just need to realize it in all you do. And some of you are in that space where you're recognizing it. And that's why you're giving yourself more love, more self-love. When you stay in relationships that are toxic for too long, right? Because sometimes you have to be in them because there's karma, there's learning, all of that, right? When you stay after the divine says for you to really like, that the divine gives us chances, right? And in that moment where God was like, do it, you felt it. And that was that moment where they really did you really dirty, whoever that was, okay? When you stay, you're not giving yourself self-love. When we stay in situations that are breaking us down in relationships that we don't even have to deal with, right? That is not a form of self-love. A form of self-love is boundaries, saying no, saying yes, stepping into your position of power, speaking up for yourself. All of those things is love. But, you have to know you're whole already. Some of you guys are already there like, I'm whole. I'm a whole being. I'm loving myself, okay? You already there. Perfect, okay? So now the divine can just pour into you a bunch of stuff because you already feel that you're whole, right? Wow, that's crazy work. These are the same cards. And I shuffled them. I shuffled these cards again. And the same cards came out, okay? So once again, the T on you is you not really worried. You're not really going through a lot. Well, you was, but you done got a handle on your emotions. You got a handle on how you see things, how you feel about yourself, how you perceive life, how you perceive everybody who comes in and out of your life, how you perceive the past. Like, you starting to really think, like, is this really worth my time? Should I even be mad about it? Like, is it really that serious? You're in this space where you're recognizing that. That's the T. Like, dang, they're not as emotional. I did this to them and they didn't even get mad. I threw something on them and they didn't even, I lied on them and I manipulate them. You know what I'm saying? I smiled in their face and I was, and they're supposed to have a strong intuition, but I've been doing all this dirt to them and they ain't doing nothing. Because you understand, you know what's happening, but you're just not engaging. You're like walking away slowly or walking away without like making a show. You're really working on your mental and your emotional space. The wheels of karma are turning and you are starting to rise. I heard rising from the ashes. Okay, Phoenix. Okay. Somebody might live in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. So somebody might be visiting Phoenix, Arizona. That's significant too. I heard ain't no sunshine when he's gone. He's always gone too long. Anytime. So you might have, the T on you is that you might have some people that are missing you. Okay, you might have walked away from some toxic people and they miss you. Some of these people are in love with you. Some of these people are actually stalking you. You got some stalkers. Okay, that's the T on you. You got stalkers. You got people who there was another card that fell, but I cannot reach it. Okay, that's another thing. The T on you is people can't reach you. You got people who are trying to get close to you or trying to take from you, but low key, but they got to get close enough to you to take from you, right? The T on you is they can't reach you. I'm trying to pick this card up. I can't even reach it. I can't even get to the card. I'm trying to pick it up. That's the T. They can't even get close enough to do whatever they trying to do. Manipulate you, get a little bit of tail from you, and take whatever they was trying to get from you. They can't even get close to you. Okay? And you keep on changing it up, whatever your design, whatever you wear, however you moving. A lot of people don't understand what you're doing. And look, so my throat, you see all that? The people trying to shut you up. They doing shut you up magic. They trying to freeze your name. They trying to do all this stuff to keep you stagnant and not moving. And they're affecting your throat chakra. So if you feel like you trying to talk and say stuff or words not coming out, a lot of people are like trying to evil eye you from your voice. They don't want you to keep speaking because with your voice, it shifts the room. So that's the T on you. People are realizing that your voice is getting more powerful, or you're standing more in your power, okay? The card that fell down, there was another card. There was two cards. So, and I heard, when two or three gather in my name and they ask for something, so it shall be. So a lot of y'all, you've been coming together with you and your spiritual team, or you and the people that you really care about and you can trust, and things are coming together for you because y'all coming together on one accord in belief of change for the better. Okay, the High Priestess. Okay, so from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, you are in a great space. Yes, there's things you need to work on. Yes, there's things you need to heal, and you are doing it though. You're on the right path. Everything is like slow and steady wins the race. You're not supposed to be trying to rush out here and do all this stuff. You need to understand that slow and steady wins the race. You are being guided to take your time and have faith and trust that all is working out for your better, for the best. And also your intuition, you be knowing stuff. You just don't be saying it. You must be the one, because people be like, dang, how does Paul understand it? Like, how they be knowing stuff? How they know I did that? How they know this happened? You must have a strong intuition. Or what's going to happen is your intuition is going to get stronger because you're doing the work on yourself. You're healing. You're getting yourself in a better shape. You're not eating certain foods. You're staying hydrated. You're just doing things. You're taking the right minerals and vitamins and all that stuff. You're getting yourself together, okay? Because you're intuitively feeling that's the right call and you're listening to it. So whatever you're doing, some of y'all were born with like gifts and talents, right? But you might have not really believed in it or really dealt with it as much, but now you're really tuning in now, and people are noticing that you're like not really hanging out with certain people or going certain things because you're really trusting the guidance that you're receiving. Okay, so whatever guidance you're receiving, you're trusting it, and you're like, I don't really think that's a good idea. And then people who you tell certain things to that don't listen to you, they realize later that, wow, that person was right. You be right. You be right on the money. I don't know, honey. You be right on the money. People just they can't even front. But it's too late. By the time they listen to you, it's too late. Okay, you got a King of Wands. You got a fire sign. You might be a fire sign. You got a fire sign that's in love with you, that's trying to get with you. So that could be a Sagittarius. That could be a Aries and a Leo. Okay, so you got that person, that energy, and like in your energy trying to get back to you. But you like, I'm not spinning the block. I'm not trying to go backwards because I gotta keep working on myself. Is that a form of self-love? If the person ain't worked on themselves and did better and doing better, then that's not a form of self-love. So it's not a good idea to spin the block. Allow somebody to come back around. But if they are working on themselves, if they're willing to, then you allow them in. Okay, different. Ace of Cups at the bottom, right? Too. So 3 cards came out when we had the 3 of Cups kept coming out because you're really working on your emotional experience. Some of you guys, you have been really working on your passions or what you really feel called to be doing with your purpose. And because of it, you're going to be able to get out of the poverty mindset. You're going to really be able to shift your finances, shift your physical reality because you are really working on your heart space. Okay, your heart is a portal. And if your heart is open, right, a lot of our hearts had to close down because mofos were hurting us. And they don't even be caring. They be laughing about what they do to you. They be, what I'm saying, like real dirty. They be laughing and enjoying making somebody suffer. But in the end, when it comes back around to them, do you think they're going to be laughing? When, certain people came here with a calling. And that's why they call them chosen. Because they accepted that call. And because they accepted that call, there's certain things that people are not going to be able to get away with. They might have got away with it with others, but they're not going to be able to get away with it with this person. Okay? So there's a shift taking place in your financial, to the point where you're going to really feel like at ease. You're going to feel joy again, happiness, peace, okay? Because of the work you're doing. Some of you guys are embodying the King of Wands, like stepping into being innovative, right? Stepping into trusting yourself, being really confident, okay? Moving in this space of, moving in this space of like, I got this. I'm good. It's good. We gonna all be good because I'm gonna make sure we good, okay? So you stepping into your passions, your power, and you're really implementing it in your physical reality because you're taking the steps. You're really trusting, okay? So you're starting to take the steps. Keep on taking the steps so that you will get to this emotional fulfillment. So there's a plan. Implement a plan. There's so many ways to implement the plan, but they're telling you by step. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. Sometimes you guys try to overwhelm yourself. You don't even want to do the stuff, okay? Listen, hope everybody's doing well. All right. Anything else from this deck? Something about air. So air element, make sure you're getting some air. Some of you guys are air signs. That's significant, okay? Knight of Pentacles, yep. I was saying slow and steady. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest. Oh my God, it's so slow. But guess what, baby? When it reaches to you, ooh, it's going to be good because it's going to work. But it was like, you got to take your time. You got to allow everything to kind of, just like a seed, we plant the seed. Nobody really can see, unless they have this equipment, right, to see what the seed is doing in the ground. So you have to leave the seed alone. All you know is you plant the seed in the right soil and you water it. That's all you know. And that's all you can do, whether it's once a week, twice a week, 3 times, however, okay? You already know. So slow and steady, you got to allow things to kind of come together. And then I heard the song, come together right now over me. Okay, I think it was a Beatles. Was that a Beatles song? I think it's a Beatles song. But anyways, but once it comes together, like this is like slow and steady. So there's something you're working on in your physical reality. So that could be a project, that could be a job, that could be your schooling, right? That could be a partnership, or preparing yourself for a partnership. Okay, whether it's business, love, whatever, love, like, intimate relationships, whatever you're doing, okay, you're working on it, and it's slow and steady. But understand that when it comes in, ooh, hot potato, who has the hot potato? You remember that? And they'll throw the potato up, and I think that's how it goes. It's like hot potato, and it's like all these, and it's hot. You gotta act like it's hot, okay? But this stuff is really gonna come in hot and heavy, and it's gonna be beautiful, okay? Beautiful. All right. God's messenger. You are God's. The T on you is your God's messenger. The T on you is that you get downloads and you are able to divine. But you don't, some of y'all don't use it. Most of y'all are logical thinkers. You don't really try to tune into the spirit. Some of y'all are really like focused on, earthly matters and what's in front of you and whatever. Right? But you have the gift, and you still are being used as a tool for God, right? And it says you are an approved worker of God, rightfully dividing the truth. Okay, 2 Timothy 2 verse 15. So you are being used to do the work of God, but it's just everybody's not going to be out here cards or channeling and doing it in the way that some of us are. But you're still being used as a tool to give God's message, okay, and to help heal the land and heal the people in your life, right? There is someone beautiful and perfect for you. No more doubt. Bruh, look at it. There's somebody perfect and beautiful just for you. Just for you. Okay. Oh my God. You know what came to my mind was just for me. That was when you would get your hair permed as a little girl. Okay. And all little black girls know, just for me. I think just for me is still around. But it was a hair perm, and it was, it was for little girls, okay? For not just little girls, but boys. There's some boys that hold on one second, y'all. Okay, guys, bye. Okay, y'all. I had to fix something, and I got the call. Hold on, y'all. And okay. Oh my God, that was crazy. Okay, but yeah, so yeah, and another card had fell to the ground. So let me see. I love and accept myself as a unique individual. You are being called to love on you and remember the value of yourself. And that's what the whole thing been about, like loving on ourselves. Sacral solar plexus, chakra healing, understanding, elevating, releasing, and letting go, okay? The goddess of the new. I love and accept myself as a unique individual. Use this gift when it seems that you are not being accepted for any reason, but especially if it is because you are different from other people or because you want to be different. You do not need the acceptance of ignorant or intolerant people. You cannot change anyone else. What you need is to love and accept yourself for being a good person. So the T on you is that you're a really great person, but there are people around you that, they're angry because you maybe walked away, maybe you took back what you gave them, maybe you said you cut off their food supply, they're draining energy and their ability to manipulate you and steal from you, you cut it off, and people are upset about it. So they're saying negative things, they might even be spreading some type of rumors, but little do they know that once they went against you and started saying these things, they don't understand that it's going to come back times 10. Like, the level that's going to come back and get them and bite them in their ass, baby, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them for coming up against you. Because, baby, the goddess of the new. Ooh, so just allow them to leave. Allow those people to not be in your space. So what's going to help you? Let's see what will help you. I got this. What will help you? What will help you? So there's a thing called Graboli codes. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it right, but it is codes that are numbers that come together in a sequence, and they are used to, heal something or manifest something or release something. All right. So you can look into that. I think it's called Graboli codes. Okay. Anything else that will help? Imagination. What does your imagination say? What do your imagination say? What's possible? Does your imagination say that it's possible for you to travel the world with little to nothing and everything is still taken care of? Does your imagination say that you can be healed and healthy? Does your imagination say that, you're just always going to be down and out? Okay. Intentions. What is your intentions? That's going to help. So knowing your intentions and being pure of your intention, like, I'm intentionally, I believe that this is going to work, and, you're setting the intention that this is how it's going to go and that it's all good, and alchemy. And alchemy is also going to help. All right. So those are the things that will help you. Oh, thanks. I'm so sorry. I didn't even see Nina J. I'm sorry. I wasn't even looking at the comments. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. Yes. Yes. I do. I appreciate you. Thank you. But yes, we out here doing what we need to do. Okay. So understand that you will be getting a message. There's something like a notice, but it's not a notice. It's like a notice that you're good, that you're doing good. That type of thing is going to be coming to the surface. Okay. Journaling will also help. Okay. So journaling, writing it out, right? Whatever you're going through, write it all out. Okay. And candle magic will help, and meditation will help. So these are the things you can choose to work with. Alchemy, journaling, meditation, candle magic, and yeah, there's so many things will help you. Okay. But utilizing those and understanding that you're great and greatness is flowing through your bloodstream. Okay. And a lot of people understand and they know who you really are now. They didn't before, so they was coming hard for you, but they know now. And so it's about to shift. You about to be in some new power. Make sure you start writing. Write it out. Write it out. Write it out. Okay. So I'm sending you much love and appreciation. And if somebody comes back around and they don't seem like they changed for the better, do not go back. Do not go backwards. Okay. Some people want to come back around so that they can try to break your heart and then leave you sad. Try to play with your head. Okay. They trying to come back stronger and harder with their comeback when they try to appear back in your life. So some people, don't fall into the trap. You're in a new cycle. You're in a new chapter. You're a new being. You're not even the old you no more. That one is dead and gone. Okay? And on the card it says you are powerful. Like, you are not even that version of you anymore. Like, you are hecka powerful. Like, what? Use your energy to help. You can help people. But some people, they just want to take from you, and you got to be able to utilize discernment and your clarity and your intuition. Because remember, the high priestess came out to say no and not deal with some people. Because, some people you can't pray for because they praying that you get killed. They praying that you fall down and fucking bust your head and can't remember nothing. There's people that you better make sure that God, you pray for people who ain't wishing your downfall. Okay. Use your energy to help, okay? So keep using what you do. And that's another thing that's the T on you. You are using your energy to help. But people is just, some people are just really, they call them bad seeds or bad apples. I just feel like they're just disconnected from the flame of God. That's all. That's all. They're just disconnected. And you know this, but that doesn't mean you got to fall for the okie doke, okay? Sunlight will help, okay? So another thing will help is sunlight. Be in the sun. Get in the sun. Okay, let the sun shine down. Okay. Oh, Mr. Sun, sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. These little children are asking you to please come out so we can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me and you. Okay. Boom. All right. Peace. Have a wonderful, blissful, great day. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.